Seeing about the mole concept, we know that sometimes we are giving a special names to bring something. Consider bangles. Now we are buying a bangles, quantity of bangles. We are buying a bangles. That time you are asking a dozens. That is dozens represent the quantity. Here the dozens means 12. At the same time, we are buying notebooks by using a word quires. Quires represent the 25. One quire represents the 25 single seeds in a notebook. And that words like dozens and squares, which is used to identify the quantities. The same way, the amount of a substance is used to identify, or the quantity of the substance is used to identify or called in terms of moles. And the term mole is used to identify the amounts of substance present in the molecules, or an amount of atoms present in the molecules are represented by using a mole. Okay, that is the quantity of a substance is used to measured by using in the moles. It's also called as special names like mole. Now mole is nothing but the number of atoms in a molecules. The number of atoms. That is the number of atoms. The number of atoms in a molecules which are exactly equal to 12 grams of carbon 12. That's called 1 mole. The number of atoms in a molecules which is exactly equal to 12 grams of carbon 12. So it is called 1 mole. Okay, here the quantity of the substance which is represented by using a term mole. 1 mole is nothing but the amount of an atoms or number of an atoms present in a molecule which is exactly equal to 12 grams of carbon 12 is called 1 mole. That same way, the number of an atoms present in the molecule which is also equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. It's called an Avogadro number, Na. That is a number of an atoms in a molecules which is equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. It's called an Avogadro number. Mole is nothing but the number of atoms in a molecule which is exactly equal to 12 grams of carbon 12 is called mole. The number of an atoms in a molecules is equal to the number like 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 is called an Avogadro number. Molecular mass is nothing but the summation of atomic mass of a given element is called molar mass or molecular mass. The summation of atomic mass of a given element in a molecule is called molecular mass or molar mass. Then molecular volume or molar volume. Molar volume is nothing but the volume occupied by 1 mole of a substance which is exist in a gaseous state is called molar volume. Consider the water. We are boiled the water which is forms a vapor pressure. The amount of vapor pressure occupied by a particular space, that's called a volume. That volume is called a molar volume. 1 mole of vapor pressure occupies the particular particular volume or occupied this particular space. That space is called molar volume. Okay, if the molecule exists in a gaseous state that occupies the particular volume or particular space, that's called molar volume. And there it is an important clues. When these clues are used in most of the sums. Standard temperature pressure, the volume occupied by the 1 mole of gas is 22.71, and standard atmospheric temperature pressure. Atmospheric means 1 atmosphere. Standard atmospheric temperature pressure, the volume of occupied by 1 mole of gas is 22.4. And then room temperature, the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas is 24.5. This is an important key points to do the NEET exam sums. Now gram equivalent concept. Gram equivalent is nothing but the compound or ion is the mass that combines or displays 1 gram of hydrogens or 8 grams of adjuvants or 35 grams of chlorines is called a gram equivalent mass. That is the mass of an element or compound combined or displays 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 grams of oxygen or 35.5 grams of chlorine is called a gram equivalent mass. Here they are giving in one of the sum, that is zinc displays the hydrogen. Here this equations, zinc interact with sulfuric acid to form a zinc sulfate and it liberate hydrogens. That means 1 mole of zinc displays 1 mole of hydrogen atoms. 1 mole of zinc displays 1 mole of hydrogen atoms. This way, the below way we are calculating a equivalent mass of a zinc. Here that is 1 mole of hydrogens. 1 mole of hydrogen nothing but it is an two atoms are there, so mass of an hydrogen should be in a 2. It is 1 mole of zinc which is exactly equal to 60.38. So 1 mole of zinc is displaced 2 moles of hydrogens, and now the answer is 32.69. The equivalent mass of zinc is 32.69. Gram equivalent mass is the same answer, 32.69. So here gram equivalent mass has a unit, gram equivalent power -1. The equivalent mass does not have a unit. That is here 1 mole of zinc is displaced 1 mole of hydrogen. So 1 mole of hydrogen is displaced from the zinc. So here we are putting in a hydrogen amount of hydrogens which is displaced the amount of zinc. Which is displaced from the amount of zinc. So we are getting answer 32.69. It is an equivalent mass of zinc. Gram equivalent mass of zinc is 32.69 gram equivalent power -1. This is a general formula for identifying a gram equivalent mass. That is molar mass divided by equivalence factor. Now how we have to identify the equivalence mass of an acid and bases, or sometimes they are giving an oxidizing agent or reducing agent to calculate the equivalent mass. Now how we are easily calculate the equivalent mass of an acid. We are going to see about how we are calculating a equivalent mass of an acid. Equivalent mass of an acid is nothing but molar mass of an acid divided by basicity. That is we know that what is meant by acid. That is the substance which dissolved in water, it forms an H plus ions. The substance which dissolved in water, it forms an H plus ions, or it gives an H plus ions, is called an acid. What does mean by basicity? Basicity is nothing but the number of H plus ions displaced from the atoms is called the number of H plus ions displaced from the atoms is called an basicity. It's called an basicity. That is equivalent mass of an acid. Equivalent mass of an acid equal to molecular mass of an acid divided by basicity. Acid is nothing but which is dissolved in water to produce in H plus ions. Basicity means the amount or number of H plus ions which is displaced from the solutions is called an basicity. Now we are going to calculate the equivalent mass of an sulfuric acid. Here basicity is, the basicity of an sulfuric acid is which is able to donate only a displace or donate only a 2 H plus ions. So basicity should be in a 2. Then molecular mass of an sulfuric acid. Molecular mass of an sulfuric acid is, here hydrogen, 2 hydrogen are there, 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 plus, then sulfur, 1 sulfur is there, atomic mass of one sulfur is 32 plus 4 hydrogen atoms is there, 4 into atomic mass of hydrogen is 16 2 plus 32 plus 16 into 4, 64 equal to 60, 90, 90, 94, 98. So molecular mass of sulfuric acid is, molecular mass or molar mass of sulfuric acid is 98. We know that equivalent mass of sulfuric acid, we want to identify an equivalent mass of sulfuric acid is equal to molecular mass of sulfuric acid is 98 and basicity should be in 2. So equivalent mass of a sulfuric acid is 49. Now there is an equivalent mass of a sulfuric acid is 49. This way we can calculate the equivalent mass of an acid. Then now we are going to identify, now we are going to see about equivalent mass of a base. Equivalent mass of a base equal to molecular mass or molar mass, molecular mass of base or molar mass of base divided by acidity. What does mean by base? That is, base is nothing but which dissolved in a solution to produce an OH minus ions is called a base. What does mean by acidity? Acidity means the number of displacement of OH minus ions from the solution is called an acidity. Acidity is nothing but number of displacement of hydroxyl ions from the solution is called an acidity. Now we are taking some of the example, calculate an equivalent mass of the base. Consider a sodium hydroxide. Now we are calculating equivalent mass of a sodium hydroxide. Here first we are calculating the molecular mass. Molecular mass of sodium is, sodium, here one sodium is there, 1 into atomic mass of sodium is 22 plus oxygen, one oxygen is there, atomic mass of oxygen is 16 plus one hydrogen is there, 1 into atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, 22 plus 16 plus 1, 20, 30, 36, 37, 38, 39. Sodium hydroxide, molecular mass of sodium hydroxide is 37. Then acidity of sodium hydroxide is, here sodium hydroxide donate only one OH minus ion, so acidity should be in a 1 here. So now we are calculating a equivalent mass of sodium hydroxide. Equivalent mass of sodium hydroxide equal to molecular mass of sodium hydroxide is 39 divided by acidity is 1. So equivalent mass of sodium hydroxide is 39. Here this way we can calculating a equivalent mass of an acid and equivalent mass of a base.